Sometimes it's coincidence that changes the world. But mostly it's the people with a passion for their ideas who do so. People who see a light and let it shine on our world. People who recognize the needs of the times. Thought leaders, nonconformists, and inventors. They change our lives, move the world forward, sometimes even pushing their supporters to the brink of doubt. Great inventions are often scorned at first as useless and crazy. They may even be denounced or dismissed, idolized or improved. But there's one thing you simply cannot do: ignore them. And so it's the big ideas that change everything. Ideas that change how we live, how we communicate, how we move, both ourselves and the things important to us. There are many needs for transportation, but at their core, they're all the same. There's a cargo to be carried. There's a distance to be crossed. As the founder of our industry, we are the people who find these solutions. The people who invented the truck, the bus, the van. We drive businesses and forge relationships that span oceans and generations. We deliver more than just goods and people. We deliver innovation and progress. Because there's always a better, stronger, safer way to do it. Our customers are always on the move. So we move with them by tailoring each and every solution to their situation. We've been transforming transportation since 1896, and we'll continue to do so, to keep the world moving ahead. Daimler.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to wish all of you a very warm welcome to Daimler here in Hanover. We're pleased and excited to have you all here. It's amazing to welcome over 500 media guests from 45 countries. And a big hello also to all viewers on our webcast around the world. In fact, we started a little late because we had so many media queuing outside, but everybody's here now, and it's time to get started. Next, I'd like to welcome a key representative of the automotive industry. Bernhard Mattes is here. He is the president of the German Association of the Automotive Industry. Welcome, Mr. Mattes. Thank you. And there are also two members of our board of management among our guests. Wilfried Port, responsible for human resources in Mercedes-Benz Vans, and Hubertus Stroska is here, responsible for Daimler Greater China. And finally, a warm welcome to Gordon Wagener, our Chief Design Officer, and Jörg Hobe, Head of Global Communications. Thank you all so much for coming. Unfortunately, our head of Mercedes-Benz Vans cannot be with us today. Volker Monenweg fell ill and will have to miss this year's IAA. He would have loved to be here, and he asked me to give his regards to all of our guests and to his team. I'd like to send him the best wishes from all of us here. Get well soon, Volker. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you might wonder, why are we meeting in daylight this year at IAA? Why switched we from our traditional media night to a media high noon? Well, the reason is quite simple. We are here to work with you, and we understand two things. You need first-hand experience with our products, and you need first-hand information from the people who make those products happen, our employees. So this is exactly what we have in store for you today. We'll start with our top management giving you an overview of all our new products and services. During the second part of today, we'll offer you test drives, expert talks, and interviews with a range of experts from our truck, bus, and van divisions. Before we get started with all of this, I have a few housekeeping remarks. Because we have so many international guests, today's forum will be held in English. For translation, please use the headphones we placed on your seats. As you can see on the screen, there are 10 languages available. Just choose your respective channel. Even if you do not need translation right now, please keep your headsets with you throughout the entire day. You will need them later on in the workshops. And of course, there's tons of press material and multimedia available on d.ai/IAA 2018. And finally, the social media hashtags for today are /DaimlerIAA and /IAA18. But now it's time to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you to another Daimler board member. It's my pleasure to introduce you to the CEO of Daimler Trucks and Buses. Please welcome Martin Daum. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Florian. Thank you. I would like to welcome each and everyone in this room to our product experience. I'm so excited about here what's happening. I'm excited of the response. I'm excited of the truly global presence here in the room with journalists from nearly every market where we are present. And we are in a lot of markets present, you know, here in Europe, in Latin America, in the Middle East, with our brands, Mercedes-Benz. Then North America with Freightliner, Western Star, and Thomas Built Bus. And now our huge presence in Asia with the Fuso and the Bharat-Benz brands, may it be Japan, Indonesia, India. But we have here today something really and truly special. I would like to introduce our friends and partners from the Photon Motor Group. The CEO, Mr. Gong, who is amongst us, and the vice presidents, Mr. Wu, Mr. Guo, Mr. Li. We are proud to have such a strong partner in this and in the world's largest truck market. You know, 2017 and most likely in 2018 as well, the Chinese market is bigger than North America, Western Europe, and Japan combined. Therefore, for us, we are proud to have a successful joint venture with Photon together in BFDA. We work very closely together, and with excitement, we see the fast development of China when it comes to technology. And we are here for them, the right partner with our leading products, and the interchange, the learning from each other is enormous. And you will see products from our joint venture pretty soon in the market. Very brief business update. We are very busy these days. And if you ask me, as with my Swabian heritage, I would say the situation is really not bad, which is a euphemism for pretty good. Our orders are 30% up in the first half of the years. We remain optimistic for the remainder of 2018. We are basically sold out. We can confirm the forecast for Daimler Trucks that sales and EBIT will be significantly above 2017. And who can decipher that language from the investor relations community knows that 2018 will be a record year for Daimler Trucks. But today, it's not the focus on business. Today, the focus what really makes us great, and that is our products. It will be impressive. For us, it's important that you not just hear about the products. The true power from the products does not come through PowerPoint. It comes through touch and feel and see and drive. It's amazing when you're behind the wheel of a truck or a bus or van and see what technology can do. So even newbies like me or non-experienced person like me or some of the journalists in the room can actually drive such a big vehicle with very ease. And that's thanks to the millions of bytes that help behind the scenes electronically to move the load and the vehicle. We deliver innovations when they are ready. Often we get criticized, we are too slow. That is not an argument for us. We want to do the right things. We listen to our customers, we watch to their needs, we know what's possible on technology, and we bring everything together. And we dream big. We have shown in the past innovation trucks, future models, but then a couple of years later, we come with the same innovations as what we call SOP, start of production, as everyday products to make it normal so you can order it in any dealership, in any quantity. That's what SOP means for us. Today, this is product experience in extra large site. Many innovations start in a garage. So we think we'll look for an appropriate garage for our innovations, and that's what we understand under garage. Yeah? So we take a hangar, and we have not just this hangar, we have the entire area around, which makes this experience today unique. Never before, and most likely and unfortunately, never again, because we are on an airport. And the only reason why we can do it this year in this place was because the runway is here under construction. Normally, it's off limits for normal people like Daimler and for normal people like journalists, if normal people characterizes the both of us. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we want that you get not just the touch and feel, we want you to get in direct contact with our experts. We want you to meet real people, non-scripted, who work daily on the product and get their first-hand responses to your interesting questions. It will be fun. It will be insightful. And that event will show one thing. We don't promise. We deliver. Many of you with whom I had interviews know my 3 stages of an idea of a product. First, it's gaining headline, then it's gaining knowledge, then it's gaining business. And business not just for us, but for our customer, most importantly. Headlines are fairly easy. Headlines are an idea, headlines are a vision, headlines are a great event, and important, and we do that. Yeah, because it spurs, it triggers innovation, it triggers activity, it's good for the morale, for the excitement, for the long time afterwards, what we call gaining knowledge. And gaining knowledge are many loops, are failures, are redesign, are coming back. Why? Because when we come to market, things need to be work, things need to be safe, and things need to be a business. And as I said, not just for us, but most importantly, for our customer. They need to integrate this innovation into their daily life. And a commercial vehicle, it's like the name says, you buy it for commerce. You want to make money. You want to fulfill a duty with this. And therefore, we have to make our customers successful. We are ready to deliver today with many of innovations. You see the Sprinter as an example for connectivity later. You will see the eCitaro, a vehicle I'm especially excited about because this is our electric bus, which in my opinion will shape public transportation in inner cities, not just for the years ahead, but for the decades ahead. This is an absolutely great bus to sit in, to drive, to experience firsthand. It's here, it's ready for SOP, and we start delivering next year. And we have a lot of very interesting orders already in our books. And I'm sure at the end of this Hanover show, it will be much, much more. And then you will see the new Actros. On the one side, you can say, oh, a traditional product. No, it's our flagship. And it's full of technology, it's full of innovation. And it shows that even in older products, as an older manager, there is still a lot of life and energy left. Yeah? This is our flagship. This is where we pull in all our experience and all our dreams for the future. And you'll see it very shortly what this exciting vehicle has in store. I couldn't resist a few puns. Yeah, what you experience today will be truly fantastic. This is our interpretation of fantastic. It will be attractive, or as a German would say, attractive. And it will be bombastic. Yeah, and so you see the vans, the bus, and the truck, where we work together with great products and great minds. Another thing which is important for today's experience, and please use the opportunity, you should get to know the people on whom we really depend. It's not the top management, it's not the PR department. It's really the people in our company with their broad experience, with their dedication, with their excitement that makes all the differences. You will see, for example, at one of the displays, Serenia Hausecker. She is responsible for the software of the central powertrain controller of our electric vans. She herself took that van to Sweden to test it in minus 35 degrees Celsius, because you all know with electric power, cold is a big enemy, and we have to have an answer for that. She will be here, she will answer your questions. Or meet Daniel Forgert. He is a project lead from the eCitaro, and he is one of the guys many years ago in the first concept who were already excited about the possibility of inner city electric mobility. And he went through the project through all stages with successes and failures, with setbacks and big moves, jumps forward. And he is all proud to present right here, right today to you, the ready to launch product, everything right, eCitaro, ready for the market. Or meet Enrico Wohlfahrt. He is a lead engineer for the first generation e-Actros. And it's not an isolated truck project. It's very well connected with Daniel Forgert's eCitaro team. We learn from each other. That's one of the big advantages of the Daimler Group. Focused individual areas, but working closely together, sharing experience, sharing knowledge, sharing failures, sharing successes, and all for the best of the customer. Or meet Guido Groch. He is a project lead for the new Actros, which that we'll show in a little bit. He is proud of many innovation he was able to put and integrate into one truck. So you take a single interesting thought, but put it in an entire product so it works together with the other assistance systems. A lot of the changes in the Actros are below the surface, but they are not less important than a change in surface. They are even more important and sometimes even more difficult. So you'll see something new, something innovative, something great. 4 of these many dedicated colleagues that you see today, and it is important for us that we connect you, the media, with the people who are really doing the work, because this is our 2 assets, the people, their knowledge, our history, and our future. Have a great product experience today here at Daimler Trucks, Buses and Vans. And I hand over now to the next expert, to Till Oberwörder, our head of our bus division, and he is already where the action is, and that is not here on stage. Till, it's yours.
Thank you, Martin, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our product experience. We're glad you found the time to join us today. I promise it will be worthwhile. Right behind me, last preparation, because right after the speeches, we're going to give you a live demonstration of our newest safety features. You won't just be watching it or filming it from the outside, you'll experience it. You'll be right on the bus during emergency braking and other action-packed maneuvers. And even though this will be a lot of fun, the reason we present these safety systems to you is serious. They can save lives. And we are convinced that a first-hand experience is the best way to fully comprehend the power of our safety systems. So we are proud to showcase every single safety innovation we present at this year's IAA. We'll begin with our preventive brake assist. This system is designed for city traffic. That means it manages to detect critical situations in a highly complex environment. Just think of an average morning in any city. There are cars, motorcycles, and bikes on the streets. There are pedestrians trying to cross the streets, and some of them might study their smartphones far more intensely than the traffic. Whenever our system detects anything that might result in a collision, it does two things. It warns the driver, and if the driver does not react immediately, the system proactively initiates partial braking. We made the conscious decision that preventive brake assist will not execute full emergency braking because we took into consideration that passengers don't wear safety belts in city buses, and some of them may even be standing. In this scenario, partial braking reduces the danger of being injured, while it alerts the driver to take quick action. Preventive brake assist will be introduced on our Mercedes-Benz Citaro buses starting in February of 2019. And we are very proud to say this will be an industry first. With the next system, there's some serious braking happening in our coaches. And it's also an industry first. I'm talking about Active Brake Assist 4. Just like its predecessor, Active Brake Assist 4 stops to a standstill when detecting moving or stationary objects. It's also the first ever system for coaches that detects and warns and brakes for them. As you probably know, we introduced Active Brake Assist 4 with our Setra double-decker coach last year. As of the first quarter in 2019, every coach from Mercedes-Benz and Setra will come with it as standard equipment. Now, let's look at our third system to assist bus drivers, called Sideguard Assist. And this system truly lives up to its name by helping the driver keep an eye on the bus's right side when taking a right turn. It warns of pedestrians, cyclists, and any stationary obstacles in the turning path. The same goes for changing lanes on the co-driver's side. Our Sideguard Assist is now available in both city buses and coaches from Mercedes-Benz and Setra. Ladies and gentlemen, you can really look forward to feeling the power of these systems yourselves later on. Now, for those who prefer smooth and silent rides to safety action, there's also something in it for you today. A ride on our all-new Mercedes-Benz e-Citaro. Many of you were with us in July at the world premiere of our electric city bus. It was a great day for all of us, really something to remember. And we're very happy our electric city bus was so well received by the public and by you. We really appreciated your questions and your interest. So today, you'll have the opportunity to examine our e-Citaro even closer by taking a long, extensive ride. Still, that's not all. There's a lot more to experience regarding Daimler buses this afternoon. Apart from the things I just highlighted, riding and exploring our next minibus generation. A deep dive into our Omni Plus services and our new portal Omni Plus On. All the facts about our battery strategy for the e-Citaro, as well as even more details on our Daimler buses integrated safety concept. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now leave you with a really tricky challenge. Which experience will you pick first? And I think Wilfried Port is about to put some more pressure on you as he has further interesting options in store. With that, I'll hand it over to him. He should arrive at the hangar at any moment, and that is in emission-free mode. So enjoy the afternoon, everyone, and see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to welcome you to here in Hanover at our product experience. Like Martin explained, we are here to show you just how far we have come on promised, delivered. Today, we are going to give you a hands-on look at the innovations we have developed. These innovations are driving the transformation of Mercedes-Benz vans from a manufacturer to a full-range provider of mobility and holistic transport solutions. As you know, digitization, individualization, and urbanization are currently transforming transportation and business models. These trends will fundamentally change the way our customers do their business. As life and work change, they will need move flexible, individual solutions. The use of vans is increasing as cities grow, adding more traffic. But business is also affected by the changing nature of services. The rise of the internet leads to a new business environment with new possibilities. It makes supply chains more complex, delivery times shorter, and efficiency even more important. To help to deal with this demanding environment, we want to provide our customers with holistic solutions by enabling passenger transportation and delivery of goods in the most efficient and sustainable way possible. One of our answers is the new Sprinter, a fully connected van that is much more than just a vehicle. In fact, it is a holistic system solution that integrates seamlessly into the value chain. The Sprinter is the first model to hit the streets, including all aspects, since we launched our strategic Advance initiative in 2016. From the very beginning, Advance has focused on providing our customers not only vehicles, but also a holistic solutions portfolio based on 3 fields of action: connectivity, innovative hardware and software solutions, and new mobility concepts. To achieve this, we have broken our activities down into 6 areas. Let me give you a few examples of our Advance strategy. First, Digital Advance focuses on the digital networking of our vehicles. The Mercedes-Benz user experience, MBUX for short, is one milestone in this regard. The intelligent multimedia system was launched with the A-Class at the beginning of this year and has already made the jump to the van segment. In fact, it is now featured in the new Sprinter. That makes this van the first in the industry to be equipped with such a system. MBUX will allow our customers to interact even easier with their vehicle and make driving safer by reducing distractions. It works very well with Mercedes Pro, our new digital service brand. Mercedes Pro was developed around the connectivity devices that link our vehicles permanently to the internet. It combines current and future solutions and services on a single web-based platform. Fleet managers will wonder how they ever did without this feature. Second, with eDrive Advance, we've also made major progress on the road toward electrifying our van fleet. Our new Sprinter will come to market in 2019. It follows the eVito, which arrives this year and which you can test here today. What's more, we offer our clients a holistic ecosystem. This includes strategic consulting, fleet management, and a loading infrastructure, for example. We not only improve city life, but also offer our customers an economically feasible alternative. But we are very honest with our customers. E-mobility does not yet make sense for everybody. Very long distances would lead to very large batteries, which are not economically feasible for our customers. We therefore help them to decide whether electric mobility is right for them or not. As you can see, our approach is very holistic. That's why the fuel cell is also part of our strategy. For cost-sensitive sectors such as CAP or for smaller crafts businesses, this kind of electric drive is not currently the technology of choice. But vehicles like the Sprinter F-Cell offer a good alternative. It is the perfect fit for customers who need a high range and short refuel times. The tank holds a total of 7.4 kilograms of hydrogen. This leads to a range of 500 kilometers. And as a motorhome, the Sprinter F-Cell is completely independent in its power supply. But this is just one possible application. It could also be used for other purposes in long-distance travel. For instance, as a service van that could be dispatched quickly, for longer courier trips, or for passenger transport between cities. Thanks to its versatility, the Sprinter offers the perfect basis for every case. You'll see more of the fuel cell, I'm sure. Sharing advance is another area in which we are delivering on our promises. Here, we focus on innovative mobility concepts to get people where they need to go. For instance, with VIA, our joint venture partner, we have already launched the VIA Van on-demand ride-sharing service in Amsterdam and London. And just a few days ago, it was also rolled out in Berlin in cooperation with the city's public transport authority. The service is all about urban mobility that fits to your needs. Thanks to innovative technology, passengers with the same or similar destination can be shuttled together without the hassle of detours or delays. In addition to all this, with autonomous advance, we have further stepped up our efforts to become a holistic mobility provider. A few days ago in Copenhagen, some of you already got a first glimpse when we presented the Vision Urbanetic for the first time. Our concept is electric, fully connected, and driverless. We believe that concepts like this one will fundamentally change the way we experience mobility and transportation in the future. We will take a much closer look at this during tomorrow's press conference. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes you will be able to experience our vehicles and see for yourselves how Mercedes-Benz Vans is shaping the future of urban mobility. But first, allow me to hand over to Stefan Buchner, who will be talking about the Mercedes-Benz Trucks approach to promised, delivered. Thank you very much.
For us, it was not the challenge, will this work or not? It was clearly, we have to deliver.
We were forcing our team into thinking out of the box, doing things they have never ever thought before.
It's like creating a big video game or something like that.
Accepting failures, accepting downsides, and never give up.
The future truck was introduced as the future truck 2025, and most of this technology is now in the truck. And if I see this correctly, we are in 2018 now. That is pretty cool, isn't it?
You can program the software at your desk and be successful, but if it comes to the real drive in Papenburg in March, so that was a real challenge and a big success for the team, because then we knew, yes, we can have a success. The most important detail I'm looking back is the automated driving, because it was not only an idea from advanced engineering, but we followed all that process from the advanced engineering phase to the engineering phase. We had a very close cooperation with our colleagues from product engineering, and seeing that ready for production, that's the real big thing.
Before, our job was to create sculpture, to sketch, and so on, and all of that also still takes place. But now we are focusing so much on the user experience. So what is really my interaction with the truck? The focus for the moment is not the exterior, it's really the interaction. When you open the door, on first view, you see a completely different vehicle. It's a digital animal. The future truck, we had already the two displays, And that is exactly, that was a promise, and that is the promise we kept. So far, you think about a multi-ton transportation piece, heavy steel mechanics, and all of a sudden it's a smartphone on wheels.
We started something that nobody has ever done before. And when you start that, you have to start with creativity, really going into those crazy ideas. Over time of that project, you had to come to a point where you said, now the concept is fixed. Now we have to go into implementation. Now we have to get it stable and mature enough to hand it over to our customers. And finally, if you see the final product and you see how well received it is by people who've seen it for the first time, this is what really makes you proud and happy to see.
Realizing that we are doing more and more to assist our drivers, we also want them to be able to handle that easily. And we figured that the old way of running this HMI was getting to its limits. So that was the reason why, for our customers, we decided to take this revolutionary step and to bring it into a completely new environment, but to make it also more intuitive and more easy to handle. The coolest thing for me actually was this team spirit. And this was really an overwhelming experience, how devoted people are to this product and how they really spend their hard blood to make this work and to get really cool solutions implemented.
We did bring forward the key innovations from the future truck in our way. It is now optimized in the way that we can bring it in serious production, that we getting the highest customer value out of it. We were going new ways with this new Actros in the organization, in the processes, and also in the mindset. You definitely need the right people, you need different people, and you need to bring the traditional old world, like rubber and steel, together with the digital nerds. Yeah, and this was the biggest challenge for us, to get those different characters in a team and bringing them together and getting a common understanding. Everyone talks, one delivers, our new Actros.
Cool, isn't it? I think it's more than cool. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it's really a special day for Mercedes-Benz trucks. The reason is right behind me, our new Mercedes-Benz Actros. Many of you were with us back in 2014 when we presented the Future Truck 2025. Also, at IAA, also in a hangar, and also featuring many technologies that were truly visionary. Technologies the world had never seen before, like MirrorCam, a totally different driver cockpit, and of course, automated driving. Thinking back, it still gives me goosebumps, and since I'm an engineer, that's really something. The future truck literally inspired the whole world. Of course, that feedback motivated us, energized us. Encouraged, we went straight to work, striving for series production. Our team spent countless hours in the laboratory, in secure areas, and drove over millions of test kilometers. And now it's arrived. The future is here. 4 years after presenting the vision of the future truck to the world, we are introducing a series production truck with many of the advanced features we realized back then. First and foremost, partially automated driving. We are introducing the truck of the future, the most modern truck in the world, our new Mercedes-Benz Actros. We packed this truck with more than 60 new features, including numerous intelligent assistance systems. Among them are 4 world premieres we are introducing as industry pioneers, each of them transforming our vision of the future truck into reality on the road. Each of them adding up to more fuel efficiency, more safety, more uptime, and more comfort for our drivers. Let's start in the driver's seat. Our first world premiere is the multimedia cockpit. The name says it all. We digitalized the cockpit instead of switches and buttons. There are just 2 large screens to work with. One of them has a very intuitive touch function. All for the functions the driver needs for his work are controllable via 3 these displays: infotainment and telephone, navigation system, information on the load and trailer, messages from various assistance systems, information from the dispatcher, and much more. In fact, dealing with this truck is as easy as using a smartphone. See on the screen the similarities to our future truck. Many ideas from 2014 came to life in this cockpit. To us, this interior is truly one of a kind. Let's look at our world premiere number 2. We are bringing partially automated driving into series production. Thanks to Active Drive Assist, the new Actros can maintain its lane and drive curves independently at all speeds. And we are the first ones to do so in our industry. It has an important step to support the driver, especially on monotonous long-distance routes and in annoying traffic jams. But as we are still in partly automated mode, he still has his hands on the steering wheel and always. What's more, even if Active Drive Assist is deactivated, active line holding is retained. If the truck accidentally leaves the lane due to crosswinds, for example, Active Drive Assist interrupts and independently steers it back. Doing so, it significantly reduces the risk of serious accidents and costs by accidentally leaving the lane. That is a huge step forward in terms of safety. Let's talk about the world premiere number 3. Active Brake Assist 5. This system can respond to vulnerable pedestrians with emergency braking, whether they are running in front of the truck, coming into the truck, or suddenly crossing the road. It's anything but trivial. It requires a lot of system intelligence. Accordingly, we are proud to be the only manufacturer in the industry to offer this function. And by the way, that's also true for monitoring the blind spot of our trucks. It goes without saying that this feature, which we call Safeguard Assist, is also available on the new Actros. And last but not least, our fourth world premiere, MirrorCam. Briefly said, in the new Actros, we are abolishing the exterior mirrors and introducing MirrorCam in their place. Again, we are the first manufacturer in our industry to do so. Again, we are doing what we envisioned in our future truck 2025. As you can see, the exterior cameras of MirrorCam are hardly visible. That's the key advantage. The driver has much better all-around visibility, thus we provide more safety. In the interior, he can see exactly what the exterior cameras are catching via 2 displays. And he sees even more. Digital helplines offer additional orientations in different driving functions, such as reversing or steering to a loading ramp. Plus, our MirrorCam helps to save fuel. That's because the air resistance is significantly lower than with conventional mirrors. Speaking of fuel efficiency, when we sum up the effects of our MirrorCam with those of other assistance systems, like our improved predictive powertrain control, the new Actros consumes less fuel than its predecessor. It uses up to 3% less in long-distance traffic and up to 5% on interurban routes. These savings weren't easy to achieve because our vehicles are already very efficient today. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on much longer about our new Actros. Just a few more highlights. The integration of Fleetboard, the new feature of Mercedes-Benz Uptime, and the new electronic parking brake. But we will leave all other details to the workshops you will attend this afternoon. Let me quickly sum it up for all of you. The new Actros comes with many new features. Most of these features are inner values, be it the multimedia cockpit or our all-new assistance systems. We can't see these from the outside, yet we all know those inner values are what really matters, what makes the difference. At Mercedes-Benz Trucks, we are convinced this new Actros will make a difference to our customers, to our truck drivers, and our society. It will make their world and their work much better. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you of something we said back in 2014. At Mercedes-Benz Trucks, we are not only thinking about the future, we are creating it. That's why we have been and always will be the leader in the truck industry. Now, it's enough talk. We can't wait to get your feedback after you experience our new Mercedes-Benz Actros. So let's get started. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Stefan, and thanks to all of our speakers. And goodbye to all of our viewers on the live stream as our broadcast ends here. Thank you so much for joining us from all over the world.